Coming up on UATV, I'm going to show you a senior who's not only counting down the days to graduation, but racking up degrees in the meantime.
And a possible rape on campus.
UATV News starts right now.
Live from the University of Arkansas, this is UATV News at 9.
On a Tuesday night, welcome into UATV News. I'm Jacob Pinner.
And I'm Veronica Calhoun. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A member of a fraternity on campus is being investigated for a possible rape. According to UAPD, it happened between 1:45 and 1:51 Sunday morning at the Sigma Newhouse. UAPD has not released any names at this time, and we'll keep you updated as the story develops.
And now an update from a story we told you about last night. The boil order in Pea Ridge has been lifted, but the boil order in Rogers has not. Rogers Utility Services took samples of the water today. They will get results tomorrow, and the boil order will be lifted if samples come back clean. Until then, water should be boiled briskly before consuming.
Fayetteville is planning another controlled burn. It'll take place Thursday north of the wastewater treatment plant if weather allows. If not, they'll reschedule within the next 10 days. In all, that burn should take less than a day to finish. The Fayetteville and Farmington fire departments will both be on standby to assist if they're needed. This burn will be the 7th at the wetland migration site, Woolsey Wet Prairie. Eventually, all the burns will restore the prairie's native plant species.
And now let's take it outside with a look at the weather with Jordan Betts.
Jordan, how's it feel out there?
Today was so much better than it has been before. I know some of you were talking about earlier wearing shorts the first time in such a long time. And just behind me last week there was a big sheet of ice, and now as you can tell it's gone with the weather. It's up to 75 degrees as it was today. And so let's get to what your current conditions are now. Are 34 degrees. It does feel a little bit colder than usual, but it'll be high winds tonight, 70 to 20 miles per hour. So crazy. But then today's high was in the mid 70s, 76 degrees. That's a new high for today, as it has been a really long time. Low is 34 degrees, sunny with some slight winds. After some breaks, we'll let you know what tomorrow's weather will be like. It might be just a little bit colder than usual.
Thanks for that, Jordan. Ice and snow removal has cost the state of Arkansas $18 million this year. In 2013, the state spent about $5 million. There isn't a budget the state has set aside for removal of snow and ice. The Transportation Department typically spends between $3 and $8 million per year to keep the roads clear. Spending so much money this year means taking funds from things such as fixing cracks in the roads or replacing signs.
Former State Treasurer Martha Schaffner has been found guilty. She's guilty of 6 counts of extortion plus 1 count of attempted extortion and 7 counts of bribery. Schaffner received $36,000 from broker Steele Stevens to direct business to St. Bernard Financial Services. The jury heard closing arguments this afternoon.
An international Italian food chain has filed for bankruptcy. Sbarro recently closed 180 of their stores, with 50 expected to close soon. 50 more expected to close soon. This does not affect the Sbarro in Northwest Arkansas Mall, but the locations in Little Rock and Texarkana will be closing. This is the second time in 3 years Sbarro has filed for bankruptcy.
A survey released Monday found that employers in Northwest Arkansas plan to hire more than 2,000 new workers in the next 3 years. The Northwest Arkansas Council and Chambers of Commerce in the area interviewed people from businesses and nonprofits about opportunities to expand. They also asked what challenges the organizations are facing. This survey indicates local businesses are the best way to improve the economy.
Another big industry in Arkansas is tourism. Governor Mike Beebe and Brett Belima spoke earlier today at a tourism conference in Rogers. Attendees talked about social media and drawing more tourists to Arkansas. They also discussed putting up more signs to direct people to popular destination stops. Last year, the state received $6 billion from tourists. Travelers pay a significant amount of money in taxes, which helps reduce the individual taxes paid by residents. Tourism also creates jobs in the area.
This month, people are celebrating the contributions made by women. One U of A student not only celebrates the month, but is making strides to etch her name in U of A history. Cameron Woods has more on the story.
That's right, Jacob. Now, when we think of history, we kind of look to our textbook and look for the first president, the first astronaut, and so on. But little do we know that there could be a piece of history sitting right next to you in your classrooms.
Other people consider me a role model, and a lot of people ask for my advice. I always tell them at the end of the day, it has to be her decision. I may not be the best person to tell them about it because I just kind of stumbled upon engineering.
Kara Carter had no idea that stumble would lead her to the University of Arkansas. As a freshman chemistry major at Philander Smith College in Little Rock, Kara switched her major to math and entered the 3-2 program, where she studied 3 years at Philander and 2 at the U of A.
Not only am I the first person from my school to do chemical engineering, I am the first girl to actually complete the program, and I'm the first person to complete the program as a chemical engineer.
Even though she has already been accepted into pharmacy school, Kara's day is not any less hectic. Waking up at 5:30 a.m. every morning, she starts the day by reading her Bible and then spends her time on campus. She says this time-consuming schedule has helped with her future plans.
At one point, I thought I wanted to do a PharmD PhD program, but after doing this dual degree program now, I decided that is not a good idea.
Occasionally referring to herself as a guinea pig, Kara is proud of the history she has made at Philander and at the U of A. She hopes that her story can motivate future science, technology, engineering, and math students.
If you're going to do engineering or sciences, be dedicated. Want to learn the material that you're looking at. People who are getting tired, don't get tired. You have a goal in mind. You often have to go back to why you wanted to do something.
Now, Kara will graduate with a degree in mathematics and chemical engineering from both Philander Smith and the U of A. And she will use that to go on to pharmacy school in Tennessee so she can fulfill her goal of becoming an FDA commissioner. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Cameron Woods.
Thanks, Cameron. Women's History Month celebration continues with the movie showing of Girl Rising at 6 p.m. Thursday in the Union Theater. A panel discussion will follow.
The Advertising Club is hosting a panel meeting tomorrow night. There will be representatives there from Tyson, the March of Dimes, and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. They'll all be talking about their experiences and how to get hired in that industry. This meeting will be in the Walton College of Business, room 240 at 7 p.m., and you can find more information at uaadclub.com.
Continuing with Walton College, they are having an open house for business students thinking about graduate school. Students will learn about the application process, meeting program directors, learning about the master's program and business analytics certificate, and more. The open house will be in Willard J. Walker Hall, room 403. To RSVP, email this email on your screen.
The Student Dietetic Association is having a food drive. The goods they receive will go to the Full Circle Food Pantry. Donations should be brought to the Home Ec building, and more locations to drop off food will soon be announced.
And now let's take it back outside with a look at the weather.
Well, guys, some bad news. It's going to get colder tomorrow. I know that many people were excited about the warm weather and even brought out the shorts, but remember to keep out those jeans out because tomorrow's going to be in the 40s. Now, your sunrise is going to be much later than usual, 7:32 in the morning. It will feel like 22 degrees, though, so time to get out those hat and gloves again. At noon, it'll be definitely windy again. 43 degrees, relatively a little bit warmer, and then at your 5 o'clock hour, 47 degrees. It will feel like 40, and then your sunset won't be until 7:22, so good time to go sit out on the patio even though you'll have a jacket on. After the break, I'll let you know your national news.
We've got a look at some big names coming right here close to home.
And we'll have a weather update with our weather girl, Jordan. Stay tuned. You're watching UATV News.